Shame to me is a feeling that just weighs you down and you feel unworthy. You feel embarrassed. You feel like you have just done something horribly wrong and you don't know why. For me personally, I feel like, well, if I can't tell anybody else, how do I tell God? Because he's God. He's so much bigger than everybody else. And if I can't tell even like my best friend, how do I tell the creator of the universe? Well, I grew up in a single parent home. My biological father didn't want anything to do with me. And so that obviously made that pretty hard for my mom. And gosh, probably when I was 5 or 6, she found a church to go to. And we went there through my entire childhood. They were very much more of an Old Testament church, kind of. Well, I got married at a very young age. I got pregnant before I got married. I had that sense of marriage is a commitment. It's what you do. You fight for it. You do everything you can. You know, hard times, good times, you take it all and you build the life. My husband at the time did not feel that way. And as it turns out, once I had the baby, he decided that life was terrible with me and he didn't want anything to do with his child. We would fight a lot because I wanted to fight for the marriage. I was like, what happened? This is different. This wasn't like this before. Now we have a child and now you're being different. I don't understand. And he didn't want to talk about it. He didn't want to have those conversations. He just wanted to be left alone to do whatever he wanted to do. And he would get upset. And sometimes he would hit me. Sometimes he would kick me. He'd shove me. All while our child is in the next room. And one time, he bent me over backwards and choked me. Tried to kill me. And it was during a really big fight, and he told me that I could either let him go or he would essentially kill me and leave. And it was hard to say to anybody, this just happened to me. With my upbringing and everything, my brain said, you still fight. Even though, why? Why would you do that? You're fighting for somebody who can't stand you. So when I finally told my parents, one of them said, you must have done something to deserve that. Surely he's not like that. Because I hadn't told them any of the other times. They didn't know because I was ashamed. I felt like I had done something. And I had a friend and she encouraged me to go to the police, do the police report and all that. And that's an experience in itself. Because they take pictures, they do all the things, and even though you know they're doing it because they have to, it's horrifying and it's embarrassing, and at that point you literally become the statistic. And that was awful. Lots of prayer. It was all I had. It was all I had. I would spend hours on my knees just sometimes saying words, but mostly just crying like, why? Why did this happen to me? Why couldn't I stop it? Why couldn't I fix it? Why couldn't I be a successful wife, a successful mother? Because I feel like I let my kid down because now her father's not there. I came to know a lot more about Jesus because of that. It was, okay, this is how we love Jesus. This is what Jesus did for us. So we get to do this. We get to worship him. We get to celebrate this incredible thing of Jesus dying for us. And there's grace and there's mercy and there's healing. And that came to me when I needed it most. It's taken me a long time to not feel ashamed. Like, I've had a lifetime of stuff because nobody wants to say I'm that broken. And it's taken me really till just the past year and a half to finally say, there's nothing shameful about that. And I'm sure I'm gonna struggle with it, but right now I'm in a point where I'm healing more than I'm feeling the shame.